Hello everyone. Now we are going to discuss about the lacrimal apparatus. Before discussing about lacrimal apparatus, we have to know what is conjunctiva, what is conjunctival sac, what is fornix, and then we'll discuss about the lacrimal apparatus structures in arterial supply, venous drainage. The nerve supply we'll discuss in another video. Now, conjunctiva, the thin transparent mucous membrane which lines the inner surface of the eyelids and front of the sclera and the cornea of the eyeball is conjunctiva. It has two parts, the bulbar part and the palpebral part. Now I'm going to show how the conjunctiva is a movement. The conjunctival sac, the potential space between the eyelids and eyeballs when the eyes are closed is called conjunctival sac. I'll just demonstrate. This is the one eyelid, upper eyelid. This is a rough diagram. This is the lower eyelid, and this is the eyeball, and this is the mucous membrane which is lining both the bulbar part and the eyelid, the inner surface of the eyelid. So this is the conjunctiva. So the thin transparent mucous membrane which lines the inner surface of the eyelid. This is eyelid and this is the inner surface of the eyelid and front of the sclera and cornea of the eyeball. So this is the conjunctival membrane, and the space between this is the conjunctival space when we close. So now this conjunctiva is defined as membrane, and this space is conjunctival sac. Now the fornix is the first we will discuss about the parts of the conjunctiva. So this is the bulbar part of the conjunctiva, and this is the orbital part of the conjunctiva. And when we open the eye, the representation would be like this: the eyeball and this upper eyelid. Sorry for the bad diagram, but the lower eyelid, the light entering, and we have the mucous membrane, that is conjunctiva, and the point where this bulbar conjunctiva changes into, when we reflect this eyelid, we can appreciate the change from we can appreciate this demarcation of the bulbar conjunctiva to palpebral conjunctiva. So that point where this change occurs is called the fornix. We have two fornix, the superior fornix and the inferior fornix. This is the membrane, this is the palpebral, and this is the conjunctival. This is the palpebral, this is the bulbar conjunctiva, this is the inferior fornix and the superior fornix. And why we are talking about this? Because the ducts open, the lacrimal ducts open, which we'll see the further. So now we know what is conjunctiva. Conjunctiva is the thin transparent mucous membrane, and do you know what conjunctival sac is? The space between the bulbar and the palpebral conjunctiva. And we know what the fornix is: superior fornix, inferior fornix. The point at which the palpebral conjunctiva changes to become the bulbar conjunctiva is the fornix. Now we have known conjunctiva, conjunctival sac, superior fornix, inferior fornix. Now we move to the structures. The structures of the lacrimal apparatus include this. We don't have to memorize this, just know that the movement of the lacrimal lacrimal fluid, it comes from the lacrimal gland and reaches the lacrimal duct, and it opens into the conjunctival sac, the space, and the lacrimal puncti and the lacrimal canaliculi, lacrimal sac, and nasolacrimal duct. Now so This is the lacrimal duct, lacrimal gland, and these are the lacrimal ducts, and it opens into conjunctival sac, and here are the lacrimal punctae, and here are the lacrimal canaliculi, and this canaliculi open into lacrimal sac. Sorry, this is sac, and lacrimal sac into nasolacrimal duct. And now we'll talk about the first one, the lacrimal gland. The lacrimal gland, we can see it has two parts, like it is having two parts, the orbital part and the palpebral part. The orbital part is almond shaped. It is almond shaped and large, and one clinical correlation is they have the lacrimal duct which transfers the palpebral part of the lacrimal duct and opens into the conjunctival sac. So the duct from the orbital part transfers the palpebral part to open into conjunctival sac. So if we remove this part of the gland, the palpebral part of the lacrimal gland, preserving this orbital part of the lacrimal gland, while we're removing this duct from the orbital part is also lost. So even if this is present, the secretions do not pour into the lacrimal sac due to the loss of lacrimal duct, because this orbital part of the lacrimal gland's duct is present in the palpebral part. If we remove this, the duct is lost. So the removal of the palpebral part of the gland is functionally equivalent to the removal of entire lacrimal gland. So this is one of the clinical correlation. And where it was in the lacrimal fossa. We can appreciate that this is the lateral part, this is the medial side. The tears come from the lateral to medial side. The lacrimal fluid, it follows this course from lateral to medial. So while we are standing, if the tears are flown, the tears accumulate here and we will get the tears from here, just lateral to the nose. But if you are sleeping, the tears will flow directly from the lateral side. So because of the lacrimal duct present nearer to this, and it is due to the arrangement and the position of our body. So that's all about the orbital part. And the palpebral part is small, and it is 1/3 of the size of the orbital part, and the location is the lateral part of the upper eyelid below the levator palpebrae superioris. This is the muscle. It is the almond shaped and J-shaped serous gland. It is J-shaped, and this demarcation is brought suppression is brought by the levator palpebrae superioris muscle. So above the levator palpebrae superioris is the lacrimal orbital part of the lacrimal gland, and below the levator palpebrae superioris is palpebral part of lacrimal gland. And lacrimal duct, there are 12 in number, open into the lateral part of the superior fornix of the conjunctiva. We know what the superior fornix is. Superior fornix is this, where it changes the bulbar part of the conjunctiva, and the palpebral part of the conjunctiva meeting point is the superior fornix, and it opens into the lateral part of the superior fornix of the conjunctiva. 1 ml of lacrimal fluid is secreted per day, and half it drained into lacrimal sac, and half it evaporated. Half ml of the lacrimal sac is drained. Half ml of lacrimal fluid is drained into lacrimal sac, and half ml is evaporated. And the functions of the lacrimal fluid are: and flushes the conjunctiva, provides the nourishment to cornea, shading creates and prevent infection. Arterial supply is the ophthalmic artery. Venous vein is the venous ophthalmic vein. We will discuss about the nervous part in the next video. Thank you.